Now, in that new lawsuit, NC State is seeking damages, claiming that Monsanto's manufacturing and sale of PCBs allegedly contaminated Poe Hall. The school now seeking action to cover all remedial costs, losses, and damages, including workers' comp and related exposure claims.
It's like a tiger. When you bring a tiger into a neighborhood, if it gets out, it doesn't really matter what precautions you took to keep it in. You're liable because the tiger is intrinsically dangerous. It's especially hazardous. PCBs are like the tiger, according to many of the allegations made by NC State.
Donald Hornstein is an expert on environmental law from UNC. He says NC State likely has a strong case after filing that lawsuit against chemical company Monsanto.
Well, I don't think there's any question that PCBs are dangerous. I mean, PCBs were outlawed 50 years ago, just straight up, flat out outlawed.
Poe Hall was closed in 2023 when PCBs, which are toxic chemicals, were found. It's a discovery that sparked a federal investigation into the building and possible cancer clusters. Now, NC State filing that lawsuit against Monsanto, claiming the company manufactured and furnished the PCBs used in building materials to construct Poe Hall. The suit also claims the company marketed those PCB mixtures as non-toxic. In a statement, Monsanto arguing the claims lack merit, adding, quote, Monsanto discontinued its production of bulk industrial PCBs nearly 5 decades ago, conducted hundreds of studies on PCB safety, and provided appropriate warnings to its sophisticated industrial customers based on state-of-the-art science at the time. Monsanto goes on to say, quote, any PCB containing building products used in Poe Hall or other buildings on campus were manufactured, sold, and installed by sophisticated third parties and maintained by the university. The company says it'll further respond in court. Meanwhile, as Poe Hall has been sitting closed for 2 years, NC State Chancellor Kevin Howell saying, quote, this lawsuit is about responsibility and accountability for the cleanup of this building so we can get our students back to learning. But it is worth noting the case only applies to the building and the cost to clean it up. Many other victims who claim they got sick from exposure have their own lawsuits which aren't related to this one. But Hornstein says if successful, it could be good news for them too.
This lawsuit is going to be, to some extent, a referendum on PCBs. As to the other lawsuit by the individuals, they have good attorneys on their sides and they have evidence on their sides, but they will have to then prove that their particular ailments were caused by this exposure.
Now, we did also reach out to some of the victims who have their own separate lawsuits going on. We got some mixed reactions, some just glad to see NC State doing a lawsuit of their own, others disappointed that the focus is still on the building itself and not the health issues that they were dealing with. But in the meantime, the experts tell us when it comes to cases like this one, typically these end up being settled. But again, that remains to be seen as this case moves forward. In Raleigh, Tom George, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.